Hey everybody, this is Felicia with The Book is Done. I am coming to you with another book review. This one is from another independent author, and this is a debut novel for them. And it was really, really good until I come back for you. Just the title, baby, Until I Come Back for You. You already know it's about to be some goodness that's going up in here. And it's by P.A. White. I believe her name is Patricia White. And it's based on a true story. I don't know if it's her story. I feel as though it is. I did not ask her. I don't want to say I didn't have the courage to ask her, but it definitely has some different accounts that are tied to it. But in all things, it's true. It's all true. So basically, the book starts out by saying that this one man, Ronnie Clark, Ronnie Clark, he did not have to die that day. If he hadn't cussed in front of my mom, then everything would have been okay. And not just cuss word, not just any cuss word, but the F word. You can't say the F word in front of my mama. Like, that's just what we not gonna do. So we died. And then it goes on to the story and how it came to be. So this is a account that is based in, a family growing up in the 1970s. I want to say that they lived in Michigan, on a farm. And when I say they, it's a married couple, and they have, I want to say it's five of them. It's five children. Two, two. It may be four of them, because Tricia, she's the baby, and then you have Katie or Catherine, you have Mary, you have somebody, and then you have the boy. So it may be five kids. I believe that it's five kids, and it's just talking about how this is it's coming from the point of view of this young girl, and it's different aspects, like where it may come in the form of one of the siblings, like because they grew up in this household. I don't want to say it's like a Christian household, but it can be like a religious household. And like the mom is just like, don't you disrespect your mama. Even the husband a cuss and fuss and all this kind of stuff. He's a truck driver. And the mom, I believe she's a homemaker, but like it's five of them. It's five kids, and so she's trying to make things work, but she's very, I don't want to say old school, but she is the housewife, and so you will not disrespect mama. Period. Mama is doing this, mama is doing that. You don't say yeah. Like, she's teaching you manners, she's teaching you morals. What a lot of folks need to have nowadays: manners and morals. And those that grew up in having manners and morals, some of them show act like they don't have it. I have manners and morals. I still to this day say yes ma'am, no ma'am. And I don't say it to everybody naturally, but I respect my elders. People don't know what that is. They feel like everybody's equal, and I'll go off on a whole tangent. But in all things, she's the one that keeps the household together. So they moved out. I don't want to say move out of the city, but they moved onto a farm, or into onto property where they own a farm, and they have like little animals and things of that nature. And Trish Ann, her and her sister Catherine, I believe. Catherine loves horses. Absolutely, absolutely loves horses. And so it's different things, like where they're a humble family too. Like, it's not like they're rich by all means, but dad has gone a lot, but he's still very much in their lives. And like I said, mom is the glue that holds the family together. So and it's in the 70s, so the neighbors were like your extended family. They looked out for your children, you looked out for their children. Um, if something happened to one neighbor, you had the support of the whole community type thing. And so they were, with this particular, they came across this gentleman by the name of Ronnie Clark. Um, and I want to say that the mom, she sold Avon. So those who know of Avon here in the United States, Avon was huge in the 70s, the 80s. It started to dwindle down in the 90s, like when I was growing up, like when I in my teen years. But it was huge. It was huge. If you cannot possibly live in the United States and not know of Avon and Skin So Soft and Avon. Okay? Skin So Soft started out as just like, I think it was 3 cents. It was the yellow. No, it was the green. The green was the original. It was the yellow and it was the pink one. The pink one was my favorite. How do I know about this? My grandmother did Avon for a minute. My mom did Avon, and for a second, I did Avon. And so, Avon, it was like your beauty care catalog type thing. And so, just like back in the day, you had furniture catalogs, you had toy catalogs. This was your beauty catalog. And so, and I mean, Avon is still around now. And so, I mean, they had perfume, they had nail polish, they started to dabble and have jewelry in it like in the 90s, early 2000s, but it was just body care, like lotion, maybe some oils. They really weren't huge on that because think this is the 70s. And so mom was an Avon person. So she had catalogs. Avon came out with catalogs. I feel like back then it was like every other weekend or every other week where they had just a book full of stuff and you could put it in your windshield. You could give it out at church. You could give it out at the grocery store. You'll see signs everywhere. So mom was truly a Avon person. And so she went to their neighbor's house and was like, hey, I just wanted to come by and bring you this catalog. And so this woman, she kind of like a meek and mild type person, she answered the door and she had these two young boys who needed their tail beat. They needed some manners and some morals instilled into them because, baby, I got hands for days. Okay, you're not gonna be a child around me and disrespect an adult, whether you're my child or not. Like we just call it what you will, call it right, wrong, whatever. But to me, that's just disrespectful. Like you just don't do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And so I mean cussing in front of their mom, they just tearing up the house, rambunctious boys. And all of a sudden you hear this voice where everything just kind of comes to a standstill. Ronnie Clark just so happened to be the name, and he was just like this big money maker. He had all of this money, big head on his shoulders, very cocky, and he everybody instantly felt uncomfortable because the mom was there, and then it was Trisha, and then it was I think her sister Catherine that like horses, and so they're there, and the mom is like, "Girls, get back to the car," and Ronnie was just like, I forgot the mama's name, I forgot, but he was just like, and what can I do you for? And he's looking her up and down, and it made me feel uncomfortable. As the girls were leaving, he was looking the girls up and down. I was like, "Oh, you a pedophile? Oh, that's what we doing? Okay, so you just feel like you got it so good that you just gonna up and look at everybody. Oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. That's gonna cost you your life. Mess around at the anyway. So that's how they came introduced to Ronnie Clark, and it was a time where I want to say it was the sheriff of, and this is a small knit town. So the sheriff, him and his family are going out of town, and it's farmland. Everybody got a farm in some way, shape, or form. Everybody got land for days, so they're going out of town for like a week, and so they wanted the two youngest, Mary and Catherine, not Mary and Catherine, excuse me, Catherine and Trisha, to watch the horses, to watch a horse while they were gone. And Trisha done fell in love with this baby horse. I think she called her Holly. She called the horse Holly. And it just goes back and just explains, it just takes you through daily living in the 70s. Like you worked when you babysat, you got paid for it. It wasn't much, but I mean, you got paid for it. And like I said, everybody looked out for everybody. You had the neighborhood store. You had everybody was family. Period. Point blank. And so it just it takes you along this journey of, and this is still like the little girl. Her name just escaped me that quick. I'm getting some coffee soon, y'all. Um, Trisha. It started out as where I think she was like 4 or 5, and then it just kind of grew into where she was then like 7 or 8. I lost track of how old she was because everything that she was going through and had experienced, you know, it was not to say she grew up quick and she wasn't abused or anything like that, but just, I mean, she has all of these older brothers and sisters, so she's the baby, so she's going to, you know, sneak in their makeup. She's going to look into their diaries and all this good jazz. And so, yeah, it's just, it's a really interesting book. And the title, Until I Come Back for You, I'm not gonna give it away. You just gotta read it. It was a really really interesting book as to how it came to be. And like I said, it's a true story. So you know, that's something to definitely check out. Let me know what you think. This just came out last week, Until I Come Back for You by P.A. White. She is super wonderful. She sent me the book, but it is available on Amazon. She is on Facebook. I don't think she's on Instagram yet, and I don't think that she's on TikTok yet, but she's definitely on Facebook. So definitely go and check it out. Let me know what you think. This is Felicia with The Book Is Done, and I'm out.